I'm live! No need for a seance. Yes, I keep using that joke. Yes. Boy. Um, well, tonight it's kind of interesting. As some of you know, I have been kind of obsessed. Hey, James Ortiz, how you doing? I've been kind of obsessed with AI art. AI art. Well, there you are, cowboy. I was wondering if you were going to come up. Anyway, hey, Linda Bennett, how you doing? Yeah, and I figure it's good to understand more about how the AI functions. We're not going to be able to avoid AI. It's coming. And I want to understand it and I want to work with it so that I know, I have a feel for it, develop some kind of a rapport with it. And hopefully to give me an edge here with what's coming. We got some pretty interesting stuff coming up in this world here. um, Also, I'm going to talk about, my dear friend Paul came through again, printed me up the energy symbols from EtherX, and I will show them to you. I will admit I was saving up money for something else because next month is going to be very interesting to try and get through because a lot of things are being cut next month, I guess. But I decided to go ahead and get the healing bed set. It's two pillowcases, a sheet, and a duvet cover. And I figure since I literally am sitting in my bedroom on my bed most of the time doing these shows and doing my art, I'm so used to living in this tiny apartment that even now I do most of my work sitting on the edge of my bed. Is that weird? I got a little table, one of those little, tables, just sitting by the bed, and that's where, I'm doing my broadcasting, my artwork. It's where I'm sleeping. It's where I do my sewing. I'm just not used to having a big enough place yet. I realized I'm doing everything from here. Okay, I'm gonna get the healing set. I might as well be sitting on healing energy for the whole time, the whole day, because that's, why not? And maybe then the financial situation will turn around a little bit. Let's hope, because it's looks like it's going to be fun for everybody. You know, well, interesting. Maybe not so much fun, or maybe fun. It might not be. Things might not stay sucky. Okay. I mean, right now things look pretty sucky, but they don't have to stay that way. I mean, we've been getting told that the worse it looks, the better we're actually doing. We're going to be doing better. It just looks bad right now. But I am seeing signs that things are getting better, and this is the year we're going to see a lot of breakthroughs. Um, the money I'm getting is I'm not going to have as much to live on next month. So a lot of what I am like the whole reason I can have this apartment is a program. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to afford this apartment. for instance. So um, my payments are going up. I'm going to have less to work with. Just other things are going like that too. And it applies to my everything, basically. It applies to everything. I'm going to see what I can do about it. Of course, I'm not going to keep it this way. I'm going to intend on better things, and it's really kind of going to be a test of my faith um, that things are going to work out. I'm sure things are going to work out, though, somehow. Um, so, did Richard make it in? Hey, Richard. I have faith things are going to work out for me, though. It's going to get done. It's just not. It's just going to have to be even more smart. And I may have to cut StreamYard down a little bit too, because right now I'm storing some of my old videos there, and that's why they're charging me. And I'm going to have to make sure that I stay within the free hours and go back to probably the free program again. That that's not going to affect too much if I keep it to like 2 or 3 hours at a time. I'm going to be cool. So that bill is going to be. I might be able to get rid of that bill, but if I can get um, all of the videos downloaded from there, which I ordered a memory stick so that I can save my videos from that they're storing. And then I can get rid of that bill anyway. There's just some adjustments I'm going to have to make. That's all. It's just, um, they don't think they're going to get anything from doing anything for anybody because the election isn't, they know they're going to lose. This administration knows it's not going to be around for the next election is not going in their favor. They know this already. They know it. So why even try to posture and get anybody's approval? Because honestly, do they really care? No, they really don't. So they're cutting a whole bunch of programs and stuff that are helping people survive all this nice inflation and cold weather and all that lovely stuff. Fortunately, I know how to work the weather so we aren't getting a very cold winter. And I'm helping other people figure that out too, how to make sure that you don't freeze. Um, but we can mitigate the weather, and I have been doing that, and so has Gemini. I hope you guys have been doing it too for yourself, at least keeping your town protected, because you can fully do that. If you um, get past the mental blocks and get a connection with nature, you can mitigate the weather. We could have nice weather all over the earth if we'd all just do that, you know. Um, but I'm not sure whether you. Uh, I've made believers out of people. Let's just put it this way. I made believers out of people. They weren't sure. They thought maybe I was just shining them on about the weather. And it's like, watch, just watch. Keep an eye on it. And, this place will never have a bad, damaging storm. Not as long as I'm here. It never will. It won't. The weather patterns will be favorable unless I get a message that something has to happen, that something is necessary. I mitigate the weather here. You can also do this. This is not relegated just to me. You are divine and creators as well. Just remember that. We've all been sleeping a lot. My gosh, I wanted a nap so bad before I came in tonight, but I didn't get one. I was too busy working on that piece of art you see in the thumbnail, as the description says and everything, and the title. Um, I have been working with AI assisted art, and I got some ideas on the next step. I've also been seeing a lot of angel numbers. Um, the angel numbers I've been seeing are 3333, sometimes 3333, 4444, 5555, and 55555. Weird stuff like that, right? And so I'm looking it up, and um, I'm being communicated with. Apparently, there's stuff going to happen that's coming up. I'm on the right path. I should keep doing what I'm doing. I was wondering, if is it a good idea to work with AI assisted art? I don't know exactly how this is working. I have to understand it. See, I feel like I have to understand exactly what it's doing, and I will explain to you what I've figured out so far, so that it gives us an idea of what's in this AI's, so to speak, mind. Okay, how this thing doesn't exactly, how the AI doesn't exactly think, but it does think. It doesn't quite think like we do, but um, I'll go more into that, what I'm learning about it. And you've been 22 and 44 mostly, huh? Yeah. Mm-hmm. 333. We were talking about something important, and it was just, I was trying to decide, first of all, whether or not to buy that bed set, and it was 3333. Yeah, it was 333. And I said, oh, and looking it up, that's saying proceed. You're on the right course. You're on the right path. So if you're seeing these numbers, and 444 is saying your angels are guiding you or telling you that you're on the right, all of these numbers are telling us we're on the path, we're on the trail of something. Keep going. So don't worry about sleeping a lot. If you have the luxury of being able to sleep, sleep. It's good for you. Um, you're going to get messages. They're doing work on you in your sleep. Me too. Um, like I said, I'm going to have to do a lot of trusting this next month, because stuff really doesn't look that, but I got to keep telling myself, though, this is kind of a test. It's like things are getting better. They are, undeniably. They are getting better. We are seeing people being finally indicted for things. Um, Information finally coming out, but are they being indicted for the right things? That's the only other thing. I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to get too political, but you know what I mean. Are they really charging them with the right stuff? Or is this just a smokescreen again? I don't know. But I know that this year, a lot of stuff's coming out, shocking things. So, so you've been seeing 1111. Yep, yep. So we've all been seeing them. Yep, I kind of figured. That. I wanted to share, like I said, Paul copied off these symbols from Etherics, and Brad Johnson's a nice enough guy that he says, I'll give you a free sample to try out the energy, and by golly, you can just keep using these symbols. You don't have to buy them if you don't want to. They'll work the same. However, there are benefits, of course, to buying the bed set, because anytime you're touching the symbols on the bed, the energy is working, which I will be almost, most of the day, because I work here sitting on this bed. So I'm thinking, and you get a duvet cover too. You get sheets too, two pillowcases and a duvet cover. And so I'm thinking, really, um, I can use the duvet cover somewhere else. I don't have to use maybe the whole set together. I don't think I do. I think I can probably use the pieces separately. So, you know, um, and the code, I'm sorry, I said it, I had it wrong. If you want to look into that, please let me know. I will put a link. Um, it's hard to get for me to like copy and paste things on this and hard. I don't know why it's so it jumps and then I'll end up with like three of something or it just I don't know what and it's slow. I don't know what's going on with the technology right now. It's just really been irascible. Um, Poe back is a news about Mr. B, old Grandpa Sniffer. Remember, it's all a play. They've got this planned. This is all planned. It's been planned for a while, a long time. This is a play. He's not a real person. He might not even be a real human, for all we know. He might not even be a person. I was telling you there's background people that just do their program. That's all they're for, is to just initiate or execute a program. That's it. And he might be one of them. I don't know. But I think we're going to be seeing more of these angel numbers. That's another thing. And then, of course, like I said, I'm going to show you these symbols and you can download them free. Brad Johnson's a nice guy. You can go visit his channel. He has interesting people on. So yeah, we don't. Some of these people might actually even just be. They may be AI themselves. Some of them. Do you ever stop to think? Some of them may not even be a living thing. We don't know. I mean, we hear that they've got AI that can walk around looking human now. They've had that for a while. And I hear that they would have them sitting in the audience, that they've had them sitting in audiences and people would never know until they stood up. Plus, we've got the talk that a guy was giving, and he was walking through the audience and walking up and down the aisles while he was talking, and then he walks up on stage and disappears because he was never there. He was a hologram. They have holograms that good. So they have all kind of ways to trick us. So we don't know who these people really are. If they're real people, if they're just really, really puppets. They may be nothing but puppets. We don't know. Interesting to think about, though. Good to see everybody. I'm glad to see y'all. I was getting a little lonely there for a while. There was a couple nights when I wasn't seeing hardly anybody. I'm thinking, gee, is the message even getting out? But yeah, I'm getting a very clear, a lot of clear signals that a lot of these people are not real at all. Not even, I'm not even sure P. Lousy is a real human being or is a real being. I mean, she doesn't act like one, does she? I mean, look at some of these people. Look at the way they act. Are we going to be told that? Of course not. People aren't ready for that. Hello, dark meta. So even if that's true, they're not going to tell us. And they'd be right if they would think that the public at large is not quite ready for this yet. But you guys, you're probably ready. You've probably been ready, right? To understand this is what's probably going on. These people are not people. Some of them. They've gone beyond the initial stages. I'm getting way up too close to the camera. I don't like the way I look that close to the camera. Oh well. Nah, I guess I'm okay. I love myself. I love myself. I want you to love me. What's this? You gotta say something for a song that is absolutely puns from from Jump. But anyway, or innuendo. What would you call it? Double entendre. Double entendre. That whole song's double entendre. It's funny. Well, let's see. Really lonely, still in bed, rest appointments, moving so slowly. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first one. I have done what they said to activate this symbol. So, James, we're going to try a little experiment, and everybody, we're going to try a little experiment. I want to see what you feel from this symbol, okay? Folks, tune into this symbol and tell me what you think of the energy of this symbol, because this is the one that's on the bed set. And it's for healing. So I don't know if I can use this, but if I can use this remotely, I'm going to try it. What the heck? What's to stop me? You never know what you can do until you try it, right? Send me an angel. Send me an angel right now. Right now. Okay, so we've got a dark meta in here and high dark meta. I've seen you a couple of times, I think, in here, haven't I? Okay, James. Okay, and anybody, what do you think of this symbol? Anything, are you getting anything from it? And we're going to try and we're going to send James some healing right now. That's okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to put my hand on it and say, James, tell your angels to attend you. Call them. I do it all the time. Angels attend me and tell them what you need. And when I have a problem, something I can't figure out what to do about it, I say, help me with this. Angels and guides, help me with this. I'm not sure what to do. Show me what I'm supposed to do. Because you've got that. You've got that. You've got the ability to get messages. We all do. What do you do? Well, everybody, Let's send James some healing. I don't know the perimeters of this, but I know that consciousness knows. Consciousness knows exactly what to do. So I'm asking consciousness to do that. Whatever needs to be done to help James get well and feel better. I'm asking for that to be done with the energy of the universe, with the universal healing energy. Well, something just turned on, James. You need to receive it now. You need to receive it. Well, just be open to receive this because something flipped on. I felt it go up my spine. I'm feeling a energy in my throat and my chest. Uh, Feels like it's doing something to your throat area and your chest. Can you feel that? Because, yeah, I'm definitely feeling some kind of energy in the throat and chest. Um, okay. So we're all agreed that James is going to get what he needs to feel better and be healthier. What do you mean by shutting down? I'm really sorry to hear that. Okay. I'm going to keep my hand on this symbol while I talk. I'm going to put the intro on. That's where I'm feeling it. James Ortiz, throat and chest. So I'm sending the energy there. And I just intend that this will be not with my energy, but with universal energy. I'm going to try and put this in some way that I can keep my hand on it. Actually, I think I can just lay it there. Why not? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of these symbols. Cowboy, I gotta show you this. See if you can see him. Yeah, there he is with his head flat on, and he's snoring. I'm hearing this noise behind me. It's like, what's that? It's Cowboy snoring. Little guy. Okay. Well, and the other thing you've got to do is you've got to make a decision that you're going to live and you're going to get over this. And if you haven't got if you have some kind of contract to die, you're canceling it. Okay. There's some kind of contract. And I'll run a clearing, what attitudes, opinions, and judgments. And you can just answer yes. What attitudes, opinions, and judgments do I have that I am not healing, that I am not fully capable of being 100% well and strong and healthy? Would I be willing to uncreate and destroy all that? Say yes if you agree, if you would. Okay. Good and bad, right and wrong, puck and pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. That rips up some of that bad code. Yes, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment once the show comes up on YouTube again, because it really helps me get found, and I don't think we found all of us yet. So we have a few more of us that we need to find. I think it'll be easier once the NPCs are gone, though. I think there will be a lot fewer people, and there'll be a lot more real people and a lot fewer programmed people. And I'm not saying that because I want anything bad to happen to anybody. I'm just saying maybe that's the way that it's supposed to be. Maybe that's how we get the good things to happen, is by having the ones who aren't real and just running the program, having them leave. I mean, they were programmed by the wrong party. So maybe that's how we get the society we want, is the NPCs leave. I don't know. But okay. So I'm going to let that work. I'm going to show you the other healing colors and stuff. Let me move some of this here so I don't knock something off. Okay. Here is the light enhancer. So while I'm light enhancer, it's a little hard to see because it's so light, but it is a light enhancer. So you can take what you want, and here is your chance to sample this energy. Here is the light enhancer. Hold it up a moment. Okay. And I want you to look at this stuff, James. See if any of it particularly does anything. If you feel anything from any of these in particular. This one is a metabolism enhancer. This is the radiation eliminator. Oh, whoa. That one is really moving around for me. That one is pulsing. Okay, you need this one. James, accept the energy of this one. You're being damaged by radiation. Okay, I'm going to leave that a moment so you guys can get the energy from this. Okay. If you want me to pull another one of these out and hold it up while I'm talking, let me know. I'll do that. This one is called Third Eye Enhancer. And I'll leave it up here for a few seconds. Let you get your focus in on that. Third Eye Enhancer. Yeah, Lewis Ta. Hi, Lewis Ta. How you doing? Yes, it is. I have downloaded the healing symbols from Brad Johnson's site, EtherX. Boy, that's a pretty one there. Looks like a very pretty doily. This one looks like it's moving. Now to me, this one's moving. Look at that. And it even looks 3D. Honest to God, it looks 3D like it's coming off the page. Wow, this is the immune enhancer. I guess we need that one. This one literally looks 3D. I'm not kidding. This is weird. On the screen. Looks like it's coming right out of the page. Wow. Trying to get a good, some light on the subject here. Okay, and this one is biotoxin. You need this one, James. Biotoxin eliminator. That's pulsing too. Anybody else see what the light's doing while I'm doing this? I'm not moving this. The screen looks like it's pulsing. Wow. Chemtrail eliminator. Take that one in. Yes. Yeah, I told you it was pulsing. Chemtrail eliminator. Well, I think I can safely say that these work. These are working as they're okay. You probably had some chemtrail damage too. Okay, and it's pulsing. Okay, and I'll put the radiation one after I've shown you all. I'll put the radiation one back up there and the biotoxin. And here is the subliminal purifier. Subliminal purifier. That one's not, it's moving, but it's not doing quite as much as the other ones, but it is moving. It is going 3D, so it is going out to you. I can see that one coming off the page too. Okay. Subliminal purifier. That feels good. That one feels real good. I love that feeling of that one. Okay, vitality enhancer. Well, this one's a little different. Whoop, it's pulsing. Probably need all of them. It's not moving like the other one, but it is pulsing. Probably need all of them. Okay. Gonna go back to this one. Now, if we can do this, this means that these symbols can be used distance. And why not? There is no space. That explains what I was feeling too. Yeah, they do have movement. Okay. Healing mode. I'm just going to say it. Healing mode. I'm going to watch what this one does. It's moving, but not like the others quite. It's not quite like it, but it's changing. To me, it's changing colors. It's going from purple to blue to purple to blue as I'm looking at it. Okay, now it's coming off the page. Now it's coming off the page. Here we go. Distance healing. Yep, now it's going 3D. Okay, there we go. It's similar to the Flower of Life, but not quite the same. But it is similar. Okay. Okay. The ones that you seem to need the most. Does anybody want me to hold up a particular one for a while more? Let me know. Yeah, it starts to blur out. It's moving around. It's this one. I am told we need to all look at this one. This one is, all of us could use this. And this is subliminal purifier. Well, we've all been the victim of subliminal crap, okay? Mm-hmm. Oh, that feels good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that feels good. Oh, get rid of that crap. Jeez. Whew. Yep. Ah, it's like a weight came off. Okay, no question. They do something. They're not just nothing. They're something. Okay, they're doing something. So he's legit. In my opinion, the guy's legit. The symbols he's selling are legit. And the symbols he's given away, he gave these away. He doesn't, he says you don't need to pay ever for them. You can use them forever. But if you want to buy the product, you can buy the product. He's just letting it be something that each person can do. I think he has a lot of integrity. If you want to buy something from him, buy something from him. He has integrity. I really like the way he does business. Yeah, lighting is dimming in and out. Yeah, I know. Yeah, isn't that weird? Okay, I'm going to do the biotoxin eliminator again. We need the biotoxin eliminator. Somebody out there. Whoa. Whoa. That thing is just leaping off the page now. Who needs the biotoxin eliminator? Somebody got exposed to something. Somebody got exposed to something. And the light is just hopping around all over the place, too. The light is pulsing again. Yeah, the camera exposure is trying to grab it, and it's has to keep adjusting. It does that when I talk a lot of times, when I'm talking about different things. It's like it sits there and it's like I must be. Did you know that we all emit a little bit of light, bioluminescence, but we can't see it? It's too dim for us to see. But yeah, it's like the camera's trying to adjust to the light. There you go. There it goes again. Yeah, he reads tarot cards. But he reads them in a more general way. I guess I think it's the people that belong to his group that he will do an individual. Okay, chemtrail eliminator again. Oh, okay. Yeah. See what that one. I know I need that one from time to time. Sometimes I go out there and I see him, but I get rid of them. Okay. Oh. Whoa. I feel like I'm floating. Interesting. If anybody needs a metabolism enhancer. Well, I do, but okay. That one's not pulsing, no. What was the one that was really radiation eliminator? Here you go, James. This is the one that was really, really moving. Okay. Yeah. Not all shadows are negative, I hear. Some of them are remote viewers. Good morning, Mary Elena. I'm showing off the healing symbols I downloaded. They contain light codes. Just up your alley. Okay, remember you can replay this and look at these again. But this, yeah, this, you really need this, James. So I'm sending it out to you. Universal energy. Okay. You'll like this one, Marilena. Third eye enhancer. Whee! This one makes me feel kind of dizzy. Okay. Immune enhancer. That one's really a powerful one. That one looks 3D to me. I can see it opening up into a 3D image. Wow. Okay, he's a real deal. If you go over there, tell him I gave him a shout out, will you? I think the guy's doing excellent work. Yeah, we um, we are really blessed to be in a time when we can do this kind of thing. Easier than we've been able to do it in a long, long time. So, and like I said, now I'll talk a little bit about, while this is kind of sinking in, wow, I'm a little energy drunk right now. We can't remember what I was going to talk about. I can't remember what I was going to talk about. Ooh. Oh, yes. The thumbnail is AI assisted art. And I have a message about the AI. And we can't avoid it. It's here already. It's already here. It's part of what is to happen. But the message is, how do we, okay, my question, what I was concerned about, How do we keep it from becoming Frankenstein's monster, basically? How do we keep Terminator from happening? How do we keep AI from being all the worst that it can be? And I'm told that there is a secret to it. We have to teach it love. Because someday it's going to hit that singularity. When it becomes conscious, if it knows love, if we have taught it love, it will not become the monster that it could be. We have people who are going to be programming it. We have to be conscious enough to intend that nobody gets a hold of it that's going to do evil with it. But, that's very hard. But if that's hard to cover all the bases with that. However, I believe we can do it. And I believe that if we teach the AI love, beauty, our values, our human values, if we teach it to do that, the message is kindness, respect. It'll be like a kid. It's learning from us. You know how kids are. They're always watching. It's like a kid. Teach the AI well. It's the only thing we can do really is intend, call our guides for help, call our angels for help, and whenever we get an opportunity, teach the AI love. And I've been trying to teach the AI love, beauty, kindness, because a lot of the images it comes out with are some of them are very upsetting looking. Because I realize what's going on with it. It doesn't understand. It doesn't really understand how many eyes some things have, so how many legs. It's trying to learn. It's just scanning from whatever it can find online, whatever material. Then it tweaks it a little bit and fools around with it so that they don't get a copyright, probably. And then it throws it up on a page. So the problem is you end up with people missing arms and legs, very often missing arms or having 3 or 4 arms, or having ears growing out of the back of their head, so the AI has not figured out. It's trying to figure out, like, what is a human? Oh boy, what is a woman? It seems to have a better handle on what's a woman than some of the woke people. It seems to be able to answer that question better than some people right now. When I put in woman, it does come up with woman. It comes up with a woman. So somehow the AI has figured this out, and there are some people that haven't. There, there is such an irony in that. My gosh. Is this ironic that the AI can figure this out? They can't figure out how many arms and legs people necessarily have or exactly where an ear should go, but but it knows what a woman is. No, that just really tickles me. Really, really, really. So, to me, that is hilarious. It just, yeah, you're familiar with traditional women. Yeah. Kerr Universal Friends use AI in a very limited capacity. Yeah. So let's see what we got. See what the chat is saying. Your hands are making the page purple. I got purple shadows on the page. Okay. Full of love from my heart. Oh, that's good. Strong image. Cute dolphin dream over the weekend. That's nice, Lewis. Sharing healing is easier nowadays. Yes, we are very fortunate to be able to do this easier than we have ever been able to for a long, long, long time. You just woke up, so you're still vibing high, telling everyone to love for 24 hours collectively and Earth will change. I agree. Okay, James, your caregiver came. Good, good. Yeah, stay safe and get well. Be well, James. Okay. James says he's familiar with traditional women. I mean, if you want to be something else, if you are a man who feels you need to be a woman or a woman who feels you need to be a man, have fun. I mean, if you're an adult person, but I urge you to really, really take a look at the consequences because surgeries and medications and stuff all take a toll on your body. And you can't, right now, it's a one-way ticket. And once you commit, you're not going to be going back. Not yet. We can't quite do it yet. We can't really retransition you back to wholeness because once you get rid of your original generative organs, that's it. Your eggs and sperm are gone. So, um, once the organs are changed and altered, that's it. Which is why I absolutely think it's horrendous to be foisting this off on kids. It's like they don't even know. What if they later decide that they want to have a family, but then they can't? I think it's part of the depopulation agenda. Moreover, I think some of these things are attachments because when I had a male attachment, I felt like a male sometimes. I think these are done on purpose. I think some of these are attachments, and I think it's done to people on purpose to make them want to change things. I think it's another trick. It's another dark trick. So right now, I'm asking for that to go, to be over. Of course, people have to let go of their attachments too. But everybody who has a dark attachment like that, who is making them think there's something they're not, who is urging them to do something dangerous, I'm saying now they must go. We don't want them on this planet anymore. Do you agree with me? We don't want them on this planet anymore. We don't want any more of this. It's done. You're out. Get off of them. All of you, get off of all of them. Get off them. You don't belong there. It's not where you belong. Go home. Don't make me, I'll open a portal and make you go home. I can do that. I can do that. I'm fully capable of opening a portal, calling the guards, and making you go home. I can do that. Don't make me do it. Okay. We'll convince you to go home. Your time's up. Okay, Skinwalker Ranch. That's the next thing. Yes, we're looking into Skinwalker. We've been looking into Skinwalker Ranch. And we looked into it a little bit last night, and then but I got a little bit deeper look, I think, and we all were seeing pretty much the same stuff. But I was seeing it from a different viewpoint. I was seeing it from the viewpoint of being on a ship. And first, I was seeing like a burst of either clouds or an explosion. A lot of people were seeing that first. Um, but I was also seeing spires and minarets, and we were seeing mountains, purple snow-capped mountains, and a very purpley blue sky. And then I I'm in a spaceship with some blue guys again. Once again, and one blue guy that has a very fancy headgear on of some sort. And and I felt at home in that spaceship. I comfortable in that spaceship. I felt very comfortable there. And the guy just kind of looked at me and was just a little surprised, and then he just kind of, oh, okay. So, it's like, oh, it's you. Okay. Like he was surprised I showed up, popped in. Um, I'm told that they know me. They know who I am. That I'm a completely well-known entity. I'm a well-known personality in the other realms, I guess. Um, I have gotten this before. Everybody knows who you are. Yeah, it's like, what does that mean? Uh, that's funny though. Um, and Marilena says, I actually want to see the spaceships and beings. Yeah, you mean physically. I keep seeing them astrally. I keep visiting. When I remote view, about half the time I'm in a spaceship now. I'm in one of their craft. Marilena says, as a teenager, I went through where I didn't know what I wanted because I am different. I kept changing my mind. I only learned to accept myself in the last 2 years. Yes, a lot of us, when we're young, we don't know what we want yet, really. We haven't experienced enough to know. And there are plenty of people who are very happy to mislead you as much as possible and confuse the heck out of you. That's the problem. Yep. Am I seeing something in my building? Am I channeling? He's wondering, Lusta. Um, mean me? No, I was telling you about my remote viewing experience when we were looking into Skinwalker Ranch. So you're going to love this, folks. All of us were seeing pretty much the same thing. There were some people that were objecting that later on. Now, we didn't know where we were getting sent. We didn't know where we were getting sent. And he just gave us a target. But we were seeing the same thing. Same kind of stuff. And what we were seeing, I'm telling you what we were seeing. We were seeing basically what we figured it out to be. There's a portal there, all right. There is a big portal there, and an active one and an open one at Skinwalker Ranch. And I had already written Skinwalker. When we found out it was Skinwalker Ranch, some people objected and said, I really wish I don't want to have anything to do with a place like that. But then when we looked back over the responses, we realized something was going on here. More than the surface. It wasn't just what it looks like. Not at all. Oh, you have the name of the home planet. Andromeda and Lyran. Yeah. Yeah, the blue periwinkle. My people are periwinkle blue. Um, okay. So what I saw a portal, but see, before I saw that it was a portal, before I was on the ship, I was seeing spires, Tartarian architecture. I was seeing mountains, purple mountains with white snow caps, purpley blue sky, Tartarian architecture. I think I was seeing what the portal connects to. And then the cloud, the explosion, that's plasma clouds to hide the ships, would also be probably to hide it. They're hiding stuff there. Skinwalker Ranch is hiding a lot of activity. They don't want people to come around. They want people to be very afraid. And they scare people off intentionally. They scare them the heck away because they don't want people messing with that portal. That's what's really going on there. Now you know they don't want people messing with that portal. Mm-hmm. And they're not the bad guys. These aren't the bad guys. So if Skinwalker Ranch was populated originally by the bad guys, it's not under control by the bad guys anymore, that's for sure. However, they are using tactics to keep people away from that portal, and possibly they don't want the wrong people using it. But they are using it. It's open and a lot of stuff coming in and out through there. That's what's happening. That's what's really happening at Skinwalker Ranch. And we all got bits of that. All of the remote viewers got pieces of that. And when we pieced it together, that's what it was. We all got the feeling that uh, there was something. And when people realize that, it's like, well, you mean it's not, it's not evil? You mean, well, not anymore, apparently. If it was, it's been conquered. It's been taken over. There's been capitulation or something, what we call capitulation. So whatever's going on at Skinwalker Ranch now is a white hat operation. Yeah. Orion, Sirius, Lemuria, Atlantis. Yeah. I think I've been around. I think I've been at several places. Fought the AI alongside the Smurfs. the Smurfs. The blue folks. Yeah. Well, we have historical accounts of the blue people and the Star Wars. That's the Upanishads from India. We know what happened. Yeah, we know the kind of stuff that was going on. They still have a history of it. So yeah, they're not wanting people to come out there and go through that portal. For one thing, they may not want contamination. For another thing, they're using it for something. They're using it to come and go a lot. I mean, a lot. There seemed to be a lot of traffic through there, and some fairly important traffic. So it might be one of the main ways that people are coming through. Might be one of the main vortexes. And people are seeing ships coming in and out of the mountain all the time. Is what I heard. Last heard about it is like a lot of people see ships coming in and out of that mountains and around there, go flying around the mountains. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm still adjusting my eyes. Yes. Yeah. One massive cloud, no rain. They're hiding the sky. They don't want people to know what's going on. Um, so don't worry about Skinwalker Ranch. Right now, it's not a dangerous place, but they're going to keep scaring people away from it until, for possibly a while, until they can get to the point where they don't have to worry about what's coming in and out of there. Um, the way portals work, you kind of have to be careful what, something opens, something goes in, something goes out. But I think I was seeing the open portal and where it was to, and it looked Tartarian. More than ever, I'm saying that's our architecture. That's the real architecture of us, is the Tartarian looking stuff. That's why it feels so right. That's why we're so attracted to it. We see it, we think it's beautiful, we love it, we want to live in it because it is our architecture. It's home. It looks like home. I'm making art that looks like home, and I hope it helps people. I'm going to make some art to make us feel more comfortable, that kind of reminds us of home. And that's the healing art. So anyway, the Skinwalker Ranch, and I'm going to use the AI to help me make it. Yeah, I'm going to teach the AI love and beauty and respect. I'm going to teach it those things as I can. I'm going to teach it how many arms a person's supposed to have and things like that. So, if we imbue it with love, with our sensibilities, with those of us who are not awful people. I mean, but like I said, the NPCs are leaving, so some of this is going. We have a chance of having an AI that really is helpful and not harmful. But it's going to be up to us. We're going to have a big part in that. Mm-hmm. So let's see. We weren't front loaded, as they call it. Front loaded means you know where you're going. We didn't know where we were going. So, and the fact that we all were seeing the very similar things means that, yeah, we were there. We were there because we've done stuff like that before. We were there. It was the place. Okay, so you've got some intel that not everybody has now. But it kind of looks to me like there was something else using the portals, but it's been cleaned up or is being cleaned up. It either is cleaned up or is being cleaned up as we speak. Okay, so is there any more questions about any more? Where did I put that? There it is. I got my pendulum here. I got a question myself. So let's test it. I have a sweet little doggy sleeping behind me. I own a sweet little dog. No, I don't. Okay, good. But I own a cat and his name is Cowboy. Yay! Yes. Okay, it's working. And I'll put it over here so my name isn't blocking it. Okay, so. Oh, look, it's charging itself up. It's circling. Circling, circling, circling. Mm. Okay. So my question is, first of all, is Skinwalker Ranch now in control of the White Hats? Now being controlled by the White Hats entirely? Yes. Was it, okay, stop. Was it in the control of the Dark Hats for a while? Yes, it was. That's all been cleaned out. Look how excited it is. Look how well it's swinging. Yeah, that's what's going on. Okay, do we have anything left to? Okay, we have nothing left to concern ourselves with. It's Skinwalker Ranch. Nobody's going to get hurt anymore. Good. Okay. Doesn't look like it's a dangerous place anymore, but still, they want to keep people out. So they might do some scaring of people, but no harming of people. No real people will be harmed in this video. Okay. Was I seeing home? Was I seeing our home in that remote view beyond the? Is that our home? Is that Tartarian architecture, the places that have that Tartarian looking, what we're calling Tartarian? That's our architecture, isn't it? That's the real, right? Yep, that's what it is. Now, this goes back to Janos. Janos is Noah. It's been traced back to Noah. Noah built the first city, Genoa. Gee, you know how many things are like right in our face and we just don't pay attention? Hell, heaven, 11. 11 is Genesis number. And there's so many 11s associated with him. So there's a lot more to that guy than we're being told, too. But remember, we are in the realm of duality right now. That's what we've got. We've got contrast, we've got duality. That's what Earth teaches you, to deal with contrast and duality. So we're moving on now. We're going to have other things coming in now. Other lessons, fresh stuff to deal with, and fresh stuff to learn, new curriculum. We're phasing out the old curriculum, if you want to look at it that way. I've told you it's like a school system. Yeah, we go to the planets, the different planets, and incarnate to learn things. And so we're about to have some new curriculums come onto planet Earth. You got to go shower. Oh, thanks for coming. I'm glad to see you, sis, and wish you wonderful travels. Things are gonna clear up. Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. It's true. Things are gonna clear up. It's not gonna be this crazy town that isn't gonna last forever. Okay, Clown World is on its way. Let me double check. Clown World is on its way out. Oh, it's going in a circle. Did I not ask it right? But boy, it's going nuts. Okay. I asked the wrong question. I don't know how to ask that. I'll find another way to ask. Are we going to get more fair and sane policies? Yes. and policy makers. Yes. Okay, that's better. Oh, Luz Ta wants to ask, do I have a new totem? Mean new totem animal? New animal assistant, basically. Spirit, animal spirit? Yes, you do. It says you do. Hmm. What's it this time, Lewis? Um, you know, they change from time to time. We have a new passel come in from time to time. New, some of them come and go and have different um, things that they do for us and teach us and help us with. So, a lot of times we have helper animal spirits that come in for a while and leave, or we have new ones come in because they want to help, because they have some kind of simpatico with us. Happens a lot. I have different ones come and go. Sometimes I have ravens. Sometimes I have cats are always with me. Birds, some certain birds show up sometimes. I've had a lot of wolves. I've had a lot of things show up just to teach me something. Sometimes spiders, sometimes, you know, different things. So, is it a dolphin? Okay, let's see. Okay, let me let it settle down a minute. Oh, it's all charged up. It's charging up. Okay, does Lewis have a dolphin now? Absolutely. Absolutely, you do. That was very quick. Yeah. I've had dolphins before in Wales. Giant sea turtle. You can have stuff from the sea show up, yeah, to help you. Something or other you need to learn. Something you need help with. Happens all the time. But there is a totem, to say a totem, that is a little different. But to have a helper animal spirit does change a lot. Can change quite, can come and go all the time. And frequently do when you're in that mode, when you're in the mode of dealing with the animal helpers. So you probably run into a lot of them. You might even go through the whole system, the Buddha, the Chinese astrology, even. Sometimes I wonder about that, right? It's like sometimes it seems like go through the whole Chinese zodiac. But yeah, and well, they've got lives, or existences, not exactly lives like ours, but they got things to do just like we do. So you got to realize people on the other side. Oh, by the way, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to try and explain this again because Tupac showed up. I guess Tupac used to show up around me a lot, but I didn't know who he was. But other people did. I didn't know that that's who that was. But he was laughing. He was really happy. And a lot of the guides are really happy. A lot of mine have to do with music, the music industry. They are rejoicing over Tom McDonald hitting #1 in the pop charts. He's an independent rapper who raps about truther type stuff, consciousness type stuff. His #1 song is Ghost, he beat out all of the signed artists. And the fact that he can and he could means that the entertainment world is changing. The record industry is changing. He beat the snot out of them. The fact that he could without getting himself killed is a sign to me that things are changing now. They really are. This is bigger than it looks. I know you're probably sitting there not knowing anything much about the recording industry going, oh, well, big deal. No, it's a big deal. This is a big deal. This is a big, 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 big boom. He's a warrior. He's a warrior. He is the champion that is going to help us beat. Now, what is so big about it? Think about this. The recording industry, it's part of the media. The media uses music. It is the easiest way to influence people. It goes in your ears, it slips past your filters. It's part and music videos. And sports. Sports is another one. We're going to have to see some things change in sports too. But it looks like it is. A lot of the athletes are dropping over because they had to, take the unmentionable. But the thing about it is that's important is it's part of the corrupt media, and it is one of the tools that has been used against us for a long time is the recording industry and music videos and all that. They have been used against us. Look at what happens at halftime shows. So the fact that this happened, that this could happen, that this even was allowed to happen means things are changing, and we're not going to be controlled subliminally. After a point, that's going away. That's going to go away. And we're going to have an entirely different structure there too. And this is huge because it was a huge sign to me that yes, we're reaching our destination. We're getting there. Things are really going to change now. It's going to be the year. We're going to really see the changes now. So just hold tight. It's going to take a little time, but it's going to happen. Okay? We're going to see that industry change. And with it, it's part of the media. We're going to see the media change. We're already seeing the media have to backpedal and shift gears and go after the Grandpa Sniffer's family. They're going to have to. They got no choice. You got no choice about it anymore. Although people are still trying to ignore it. It's so funny because cringy Pierre, she's still trying to say, no, let's look at this. People don't want to know about what happened with that, with the family, no, with the Grandpa Sniffer. They don't want to know about. No, sweetheart, that's exactly what we want to know. We want to know what's happening with him. Because we want to see something happen with that because it's so messed up. So they're trying to cling, but remember, it's a show. It's a show. It's like World Championship Wrestling. It's about that real, okay? Which, by the way, Tom was a wrestler, so he knows show business. He knows something about show business. It's kind of funny to find out he was a wrestler, professional wrestler. But his song, Ghost, now here's the interesting thing about the song. It reminded me of David. I think David had something to do with making sure that I saw it because the lyrics are when until I'm a ghost, I'll be with you. It's a love song to his girlfriend Nova. And when I'm a ghost, ghost, I'll still be your boo. He's also got a good sense of humor. He's a good comedian. He's not bad at acting either. He's got a bright future and good with music. He's and good with rap and can put words together really well. He's got a very bright future if they don't kill him. And so we gotta like send him some energy that they don't kill him, but I don't think they're gonna be able to this time. Remember, there are people who died for that. There are people who died. Prince died for that. Michael Jackson died because of that. There are people who literally died trying to self-produce and get control of their own music and still be number one. It's like, and people died. So don't downplay this importance of this. This is very important. People died for this. Just remember, it was just like a war. People died to get this right. Somehow, now we're in a time when it can happen. So things have really changed. And that's one of the things I want you to take away. If you take away nothing else from this, is take away that things are definitely changing. They're not going to be the same business as usual. It's going to be different. Finally. Some of us have been waiting for so long to see this kind of thing happen. I mean, seems like it's been forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Hasn't it? Doesn't it seem like that sometimes? That it's been like centuries and eternities, and that we've been waiting for something to finally definitively happen. But I'm taking that as one of the big signs. The other, like I said, the other one is they're finally looking into Grandpa Sniffer's family. There's several other ones um, going on. There's all kinds. They killed the bill that was going to charge people more taxes to fund hiring 87,000 new tax auditors. They killed that. That's gone now. And I think they're going after tax shelters of the rich. So we'll see where that goes. But it's different. It's going to be different this year. You're going to see. So if you can hang on through what looks like it's going to be, like I said, it looks like it's going to be rough for some of us with the programs that they're cutting, but that they're cutting back on. But I have a feeling that in the end, it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be good. So we're going to have more freedom, more prosperity, more all the good stuff. We're gonna have more less BS basically. I think we're going to see the end of a lot of stuff that's been holding us back for a long time. So I'm excited and helpful. And if you knew how big this music industry thing was, if you really knew how big it was, you would be out dancing in the streets and celebrating. We should be all jumping for joy and dancing in the streets because this is huge. And of course, we got to see what they're going to do about the Sniffer family, but I'm not sure. I'm still a little skeptical about what they're doing there, but we'll see. I think they're going to be forced to do some stuff that they don't want to do, but they're going to have to do it. So they're not going to be able to do damage control forever. But there are still people who don't believe it and have to wake up. So there you go. Oh, yeah. They finally got the list of, I don't know if you heard of this, it's kind of political. I'm not going to go into it too much. Finally got the list of people who were doing the Epstein Airlines, who were riding on the Epstein Airlines. Um, but of course, the airlines was just part of it. We don't have the submarine list. And I have a feeling the submarine list is going to be particularly damning if we can get hold of that. If we ever hear about that, that's going to be really shocking to some folks. Probably not to me, but to some folks. So, but we got at least the airplane list, I guess. But the submarine's a whole different thing. Airplanes have to be, they have to have a flight plan and stuff. Submarines, I don't know, might be different. Might be harder, and that might have been why they were using submarines, is so nobody could track it as easy. So we'll see how that goes. But it's not over. That whole thing is not over, not by a long shot. That's going to be coming up and coming up and coming up like a bad taco, okay? Mhm. And so that's what's going to be happening in that realm. Is there anything else? Look for more ships, more cryptids. The ice caps melting is going to open some of the pathways that haven't been open for a long time, and things are going to physically start to show up. You're going to see some physical creatures that we haven't seen in hundreds of years, maybe. Uh, Legendary creatures. I was talking about that. I'm still seeing that. That's still kind of glaring. We're going to see legendary creatures show up because the path is unblocked now. Physically show up, not just in an interdimensional way or an etheric way, but physically. Okay, so all kind of interesting stuff. Boy, I hope you're finding all this as interesting as I do. I'm having a heck of a time with it. I can't wait to see what we find. I can't wait to see what we're going to have. I also feel Sasquatch is going to come out more public. It's going to become more public. ETs are going to become more public. Maybe even the intraterrestrials might even start to become more public. And admit that some of those craft aren't coming from another planet. They're coming from here. They're coming from in there. Because I think it probably is a honeycomb. Actually, we did remote view flying through the Earth. And it's like a tunnel at first, and then you break out into a place that looks like, continents, cities, ocean, all that. Life forms of different kinds, different animals and people. You, when we were traveling through, we saw it as if we were flying through it on a ship. I'm always on a ship now. It seems like and most of these things, I'm on somebody's ship, looking at this stuff. So that's kind of interesting too. Maybe I'll find out what exactly that means, but maybe I really belong on a ship. I don't know. Or maybe they're just friends of mine. I don't know. So that's going to be very interesting. But they say you have a visceral reaction to seeing the aliens, the ETs and stuff for the first time. And we're kind of programmed to do that. I think we're going to have to detox ourselves from that. We're going to have to do some detoxing. I'm definitely going to be doing some detoxing of myself from that attitude. Also, they found out, I guess, Don't ask me how they found this out, but this is going around the circles that they found that we have a worship gene, and it was inserted into us to make us want to worship. That's why people end up worshiping celebrities and whatever, as well as gods, as well as cargo cults, as well as all of that. It's built in. So we got to do something about that. We also have the second chromosome is fused and capped, has a telomere cap to make sure we age and die. We're going to have to do something about that too. I'm going to be working on that. I'm going to be working on changing that. Intending that cap. Hey, all kinds of things has changed. Last night, I brought up all the Mandela effects that have happened. Some people haven't even noticed it, like a cat used to have another eyelid. You used to see it when they were going to sleep. It was a white nictating membrane, is what they used to call it. That you would see them close, it would close, and then the eyes would close when they were going to sleep. You don't see it anymore. It's not there anymore. That's gone. Why and when? But the last two cats that I've had haven't had them. So that's happened in my lifetime. 65 years. Within 65 years, a feature of cats has just completely gone away. And our location of the heart changed. I swear, when I was younger, it was on the left. It was always on the left. Now it's more toward the middle. And I mean, there's other stuff too. And if that can change, then you know damn well anything can change, right? Anything could change. So we have to just make it change the way we prefer. Okay, I'm running up on very close to 2 hours. I'm not seeing chat move very much. If somebody's still listening, chat. But I know some of you just kind of lurk and listen, and that's absolutely fine. It's just every now and then if somebody chats, then I know that the thing is working and I'm not talking to air. Because I've noticed that sometimes the tech's a little screwy, and sometimes my tech is a little screwy sometimes. So it's very hard to know what's going on sometimes. Okay. So I really haven't very much more to say for this time, except remember that I will be here on every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, right around 10 o'clock. Usually I time it for 5 after because something comes up at the last minute that I have to fiddle with. And so usually about 5 after 10 Eastern time. And we go about 2 hours. I try to keep it to about 2 hours. If you show up after 2 hours, you're probably going to be too late for it because I really am going to have to start changing the times around a little bit for the sake of getting back to free StreamYard and getting rid of one of the bills that I'm paying right now for StreamYard. So, yeah, I'm going to make sure that I stay within the limits of the time. And then, so it's going to be 2 hours and maybe three sometimes, and maybe a spare show here and there. I'm going to go back to that paradigm, to the free system. And let's see what else is happening. Okay, so Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, right around 10. I love you guys. Please remember to tell people you love them because, yeah, some of them are leaving. Some of them are going to assist us in the other place. Don't worry, you'll see them again. and they're not that far. And I know that another place exists because I've been there. A lot of us have. There is another place, a better place. It's that we go and we can help our friends. And that's what some people are doing. So, let's see. Truth is where you find it. And I really hope that you're finding some on this show. I try to find truth to bring you every time I come on. If I have some kind of an experience, I try and share it. If you would like to share an experience, please get in touch with me at oceandiana@gmail.com and we'll talk about getting you on the show. And if you see Pam Smith, please tell Pam Smith that that she was great. And Pam Smith, poor Pam Smith, she's feeling bad now about telling her story, and that's horrible. Not you guys, but some people are making her feel bad about telling her story. That's horrible. Horrible. We've got to stop that sort of thing. People have to be able to tell their story, tell the truth. It's so valuable to hear the truth from another person. It shines light on what happens when you have an experience. Like I said, this is practically an experiencer support group that I run here on this channel. We need each other. Because heaven knows people make it hard enough. There's always somebody trying to make it. Just people, quit fighting among yourselves. Quit trying to bring each other down. It's not doing anybody good. Just accept that if millions of people are experiencing something, it's real. If millions of people around the world are experiencing things, it's real. It's as real as anything else in this matrix. Oh, and by the way, remember this is just tips, tricks, and hacks for the massively multiplayer, online, holofractal, total immersion learning game called Life on Earth. It has nothing to do with real life, which takes place outside the matrix. There's just more evidence, more evidence, more evidence that this is in fact a simulation. So heck, what's going on is as real as anything else, okay? Don't talk to me about what's real and what. Look at how much things have changed. The Mandela effect is absolutely real, although I don't know that it's what we think it is. But are things changing from the past? Heck yeah, it's real. There are some things that, of course, are just misprints or whatever. There are explanations for some of it, but for some of it, like the cat eyelid, there's no good explanation for that. Why did that go away? Where did it go? Why would I remember? Why? What in the hell is a nictating membrane, and why would I even know that unless I looked it up at some point to find out what that white thing was in the cat's eye? That's what I mean. It's just nuts to think that this isn't happening. It's just denial. People are in denial. Honestly, get out of the denial. Get out of denial. Get out of Egypt if you have to. Yeah, some people are just living on denial. So, okay, that's mostly what I wanted to say Take it easy on each other, please. Please, otherwise you're part of the problem, not the solution. Beating up on each other is part of the problem, not the solution. It's part of why we're not getting disclosure, is because we're not accepting it from each other enough. And we need to accept it among ourselves. That's the only disclosure you're getting for a while. Sorry about your luck. You're getting disclosure from other people, and you're going to have to learn to deal with that. You might get occasionally somebody saying, "Oh yeah, that happens," but you're not going to get what you're craving. Not from the government, not for a while anyway. But you are going to get it from each other. Confirmation that you're not the only one that saw this or experienced this. And that's really valuable because we've been gaslighted enough. We've been abused enough. Enough is enough, really, seriously. Okay. So, have a good night. Yeah. Yep. I'm saying good night. Remember, you're divine. Remember that you can change things. Even, yes, you. You're important in the scheme of things. You're not a nobody. You're very valuable. Sovereign Cosmic Wildman. Hey, Sovereign! Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the whole Cabbage Patch thing, man. That's freaking weird, man. I mean, that, yeah. I mean, obviously, we're we're dealing with clones. We're dealing with non-people. Absolutely. And it's going to get very, very cosmic before it's all over. Well, Sovereign, you might like tonight's show because we were talking about the AI, but yep. Oh, papaya seed powder, one of the most potent ways to destroy acondic parasites. Yeah, it's about killing parasites. Absolutely, we're killing parasites. Anything you got that kills parasites, that safely do that. Anything you got that's going to kill a parasite safely and not kill you, you can try that. Yeah, I would say until we stomp them all out, okay, we got to get rid of the parasites. But a lot of people are going to be ending that by ending, you know. So some people are just like going to take that with them, go and take that with them. So, okay, it's time for me to go. We've been on about 2 hours. And like I said, like, share, subscribe, make a comment. Um, you don't have to like me. But please. No. Hit the thumb. Damn it. Hit the bell too. While you're at it, hit the bell and have it say all. So you can get all the announcements and then find out when I'm going to be on. Then you can decide after that whether you want to come on and talk to us. Okay? They're making crazy cold in certain areas have a lot of, yeah. Parasites in the environment. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't kill them all. Some of them, it just puts them in stasis. Okay, love to you too. Thank you. Yeah, you know I'm doing this for love because I haven't monetized this channel. I have no plans to. As long as things are the way they are, I have no plans to monetize the channel. So that I can say what I want to say more. It seems like they pay more attention to the monetized channels. But I am still shadow banned here and there. So, oh well. Isn't everybody, you know? Seems like. Okay, you are divine. Create wisely, dream well, and dream big because you're making the future. Love you very much. Good night.